Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps! What's going on, my peeps? Peter Joseph here for video number 3 on your Triple Threat Saturday. This time on the official Peter Joseph Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Guess what? I'm your host, Peter fucking Joseph, the Tribal God. And your worst nightmare come true. Back again with another video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there. You know where it is. Inside of my pants, otherwise known as the description marks below. So show this channel and my other channels your love and support. Smash that like button. Stick it straight up the woo-ha. And that's pretty much it. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you can go to hell. And pretty much rot and burn. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. I think we all know what to do with it. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, too bad for you. Because you're shit out of luck. Ha, ha, ha. And that's pretty much it. You missed it, you missed it. And I can't help you. And I would never help you. So, fuck you, man. That's it. Alright, so like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, and all that good shit. And that's it. Alright, it's late, and I want to get this video out of the way so I can try to get some sleep tonight, because I got football tomorrow. And then we got Wrestle Dream from AEW tomorrow night, and we'll talk about that. A little bit what happened tonight on Collision. Not tonight, sorry. Tomorrow on Collision. And then we'll get to Collision. We got Collision. I already did Rampage, my last video. Check that out. And my Dynamite review over on this channel. So you can go back and forth between this channel and my Killer Demons channel for your Rampage and Dynamite review. And also my SmackDown review on my main channel. So check that out. All the links down below in the comment section. So you got all that. And a bottle of a bag of chips. But it is what it is. And that's that. Alright, so on video number 3 on this getting close to late Saturday night, September the 29th, 2023. Or if you're now watching this tomorrow or from somewhere else, it is now the 1st of October. October the 1st, 2023. 30 days until Halloween. So we're about 4 weeks away. So get ready. It's going to come fast, ladies and gentlemen. And then after that, we're going to talk about Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, the holiday shopping season. And then pretty soon, the weeks are coming, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest month in the world with the greatest days in the world. And the greatest day in the world, which we all know is my birthday coming up. And Christmas and New Year's. And everything else, December, is coming your way pretty damn soon. About 12 to, about 10 to 14 weeks away. We're 13 weeks away, about. From the holiday season and the end of 2023. So, we're going to get there. And, I'll be here, hopefully, throughout the entire year and going into 2024 and hopefully beyond. As, we have already started year number 14 here on this godforsaken cesspool of a website. And hopefully we'll get to year 15. But we shall see how it goes. A lot of things could happen between now and then. But hopefully by August 9th, 2024, we'll be celebrating 15 years on this godforsaken garbage fest of a website. But thank you all for watching for the last 14 years. Couldn't have done it without you. And that's it. Alright, so we got all those milestones coming your way. And some good stuff coming your way, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with all of that. And we move on. Alright, on video number 3, as the title below says, it is time for your late night NXT No Mercy 2023 review. Alright, No Mercy tonight from NXT, going head-to-head with Collision and college football, and the last day of the regular season for baseball. So we had all that, and tonight's show wasn't that bad. It wasn't a pretty bad pay-per-view. 2 new champions, which I kind of mentioned on my Rampage review, but I'll go into a little bit more detail in this review. So, 2 new champions. A pretty, so it was good, not great. Main event match with the man, Becky Lynch, and Daddy's favorite girl, Daddy! She hit me with plastic barbed wire! Did it hurt? No! Okay. Anyway, Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton, for the NXT Women's Championship in the main event in Extreme Rules. But we had all that. But pay-per-view itself wasn't that bad. But I think Wrestle Dream tomorrow will destroy it. But we'll see. We shall see what happens with that. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. So, we are emanating live from the Mechanics Bank Arena in Bakersfield, California. And our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket and candy, that's Vic Joseph, and the man who smokes more weed than everybody else in Bakersfield, and that's Booker T, sucker! Alright, so we had all of that. Alright, so we start off the festivities with a pre-show match, which we haven't seen in a long time. So on the pre-show, we had Blair Davenport take on Kaylani Jordan, no longer with Dana Brooke. She got a couple moves in. I barely even cared for the pre-show. In the end, Blair hit something like a Falcon Arrow, kind of did the deed and did the deal and all that shit. But she gets the cover 1, 2, 3. So Blair Davenport gets the win in 6.5 minutes. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, did not care, so I'm not rating it. After the match, Gigi Dolan comes out to brawl with Blair Davenport. So that'll probably be that match. So it's supposed to happen this past Tuesday on NXT. Will most likely happen this Tuesday on the program between these 2 girls that hate each other. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the main show. We start off with a pretty damn good opening intro with a No Mercy cartridge. Remember that from, like, the N64 days? Back when, N64 was, like, crazy, they had, like, No Mercy. They had, WCW Revenge. WCW NWO Revenge. Thunder and, WCW NWO Thunder, where Revenge was the game to get, besides No Mercy. So, you're like playing both of them. So, we had something like that. So, like a updated N64 like intro with all the people that were fighting, like Trick Williams and Dom Dom and Daddy's favorite girl Tiffany Stratton, all like N64 computerized. I thought that was great. That was great. But that's it. Alright, then we go to the arena. We're ready to go. We are live with Booker T and Vic Joseph. And our first match of the night, big, beefy men slapping the fucking shit out of each other. We start off with Braun Breaker as he takes on, well, he's not it's Baron Corbin, not, the pirate version of Baron Corbin. This is the story of Jack Sparrow! Well, he didn't come out like that. He came out in a nice homage to the GOAT of all goats. It's not Cena. Fuck that. The real GOAT of professional wrestling, and that is The Undertaker. So he comes out on his bike with a big night. He looks like he's like ready to go. He's out of Hell's Angels almost. So kind of taking a page out of the American Badass Undertaker or Biker Taker's book. So you get brownie points. You still suck there, Corbin, but brownie points. minuscule little point. It would have been nicer if he came out to, like, well, he can't come out to Taker's theme, obviously, but the biker, well, American Badass can't do that, because Taker would be pissed! He should have came out to his Lone Wolf theme, which would have been epic, but not really. I don't think he did come out with that. I don't even know what theme he came out. I don't give a shit. But his entrance with the bike, I thought was kind of cool, paying homage to Biker Taker. Braun came out with a dog head costume. Something that sounded... I mean, you have to see it to believe it. I think it was about 4 weeks early there, Braun, for Halloween. Just saying. So anyway, it starts out with Braun hitting a big running flippy dibbity-doo at the start, right before the bell. Then he fight into the crowd. Corbin gets the better of that until Braun knocks him back down the ringside. And the bell still hasn't rung yet. Breaker beats up some cameramen. Oh, that's going to cost some money. Which allows Corbin to get a few shots of his own. Then he hits a backsplash. Hits the announcer's table by accident. Ow. Then hit jumps off with Booker T. Damn. But anyway, finally go back in. The bell finally officially rings. Braun starts beating the crap out of Corbin. As we didn't hear commentary because the commentary, the audio went out for some odd reason. Then it finally came back around the middle at the end of the match. Corbin then hits a middle rope clothesline, some forearms on the mat. Then we get a good old-fashioned slugfest. And then Braun powers him into the corner, runs into the corner for a super Hurricane Rana. And then he picks up Corbin, hits the Gorilla Press Power Slam, which used to finish off opponents and got him some titles with that. But Corbin kicked out at 2. Then he says, "Just bring it!" And starts starts hammering away. Braun locks in the good old-fashioned Steiner recliner. Then sends Corbin over the ropes. He comes back with deep 6 for a near fall, because that never wins a match. Then they go back at it again, slugging it out like big beefy men slapping meat. Breaker wins that with a big-time clothesline. Then they go back outside. Corbin sends him through the announcer's table. Everybody loves that. But Braun, as always, no-sold it. Popped right back up with one mean hell of a spear. Then they go back in. And it looked like Braun was about to finish off Corbin. And then Robbie E., Mr. Stone, pops up for a distraction. Where did you come from? And then that's enough for Corbin to grab Braun, hit End of Days. 1, 2, 3. Baron Snorbin Corbin gets the win. I really thought Braun was going to win and Corbin would go back up to the main roster. But obviously not. So Corbin gets the win in 9.5 minutes. Match was kind of brutal, so I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So I guess they're going to continue this Braun versus Von Wagner feud whenever Von wakes up after his severe concussion. So I guess they're going to probably finish this storyline maybe at Halloween Havoc. Maybe it'll be spin the wheel, make the deal. I don't know. What I would do that. I would just put them in a coffin match or a casket match, and let one of them let them beat the crap out of each other, or let Von get his revenge and put Braun in the casket, and then ship him up to the main roster. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. So pretty good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we will move on. All right. Then we go into the locker room where we see Carmelo Hayes, him, the NXT World Champ for now, and his good buddy Trick Williams, basically saying they want to leave with their own titles later on in the evening. We'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Match number 2 for the North American title. Trick Williams, the #1 contender, takes on the champ for 74 days, and that's Dominic Guerrero, ese Latino Heat. Well, he's got a little bit of a problem as he has to take on Trick. And he has another problem, that is Dragon Lee as the special guest referee. Dom's still sporting that really bad black eye. I mean, it looks like it got worse because I was like, oh, black and blue is nasty. But still went on with the match. Match was pretty good. It's also with a drop kick right before the bell, giving Dom a fast 2 count. And then he starts yelling at Dragon Lee, "Comes faster, ese! 1, 2, 3! Come on, you mendejo!" Anyway, Trick falls him to the floor and throws him back inside as the fans are chanting for Mommy Rhea Ripley, I believe she's still in Australia with her husband-to-be, Buddy Matthews. Anyway, they get back in, and Dom kicks the rope for a low blow. Hey, where's the disqualification? Falls up with a drop kick, sending Trick outside. And then we get a rear naked chin lock, circa 1921. Doesn't really last long. Back inside, so Dom snaps William's throat across the top rope. Ouch. And then Trick fights his way back into the match with a double clothesline for a double down, as Dragon Lee has to do the count. Dom gets up, hits the 619, and tries to go for a super kick, but accidentally hits Dragon Lee. Uh-oh. Remember that for later. And then a neck breaker drops Trick. Then another referee comes out, tries to count the cover, and we get a near fall out of that. They get back up. Dom hits that referee as well. Fuck you, ref! Psh, get out of here. And falls out with a crossbody to take Trick to the outside. Trick gets sent into the ring post. Ow! They send him back in. Dom goes for the Eddie Guerrero frog splash. I taught him well, ese. Yeah, I know, you did. But he missed. He missed it. Oh, shit! He didn't do it as good as me, ese. Well. Anyway, so Dom misses the frog splash, and then Trick hits that knee, and drives the belt, which Dom tried to use during that, and hits him in the face with the belt and the knee, and then Trick goes for the cover. Dragon Lee wakes up out of his coma, and counts the pin. 1, 2, 3, we have a new NXT North American Champion, and that man is Trick Williams, and man, did Trick whoop that ass. So Trick Williams is your new North American Champion, as I think we all predicted. We would hope maybe it was Mustafa Ali, but Trick Williams did basically pull a Kofi Kingston. Sucks to be you, Mustafa Ali. Really sucks to be you. So, that could have been you, Mustafa Ali, but sadly, you were released. But good luck in Impact or AEW. But in any case, Trick Williams, his first major title in NXT, the North American Championship. Good luck, congrats to him, and good luck as well. And Dom, well, Mommy is not going to be happy, and so and Judgment Day are not going to be happy either. So imagine the segment they're going to have on Monday Night Raw. Not going to be good for you there, Dom. I don't think Mommy's going to be putting out. No pussy for you, S.A. No, you'll get this, no. We don't love you long time no more, ha. Hey, Rhea Ripley, if you're looking for another, boy toy, you know. It is what it is. I dig those goth chicks, I do. I dig those crazy chicks, too, when you think I'm with you-know-who. But I digress. But in any case, so Trick gets the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we get a look back at the dinner in the Italian restaurant, set up by my cousin. My cousin, get in here, cousin. I know you're sleeping. Get in here anyway. Hey, cousin. Alright, go to sleep. My cousin, my real life cousin, Tony D'Angelo, gets you a chicken parmesan hero for $2. and his partner Channing Lorenzo Stacks Lorenzo. So we saw that with the other teams in this little 4-way tag team match that's coming up next. So we had to look back at that. But before we get to the match, we have Joe Gacy and Ava Raine in the back. Gacy is pissed. He's like, I lost my family. I'm going crazy. I don't know what to do. And then Ava's like, you still have me. And Joe's like, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. The schism is done, and so are you. Get out of here. Hit the bricks. It's like, damn, you don't talk to Ava Raine like that, or, Dwayne's daughter like that. You know Dwayne's gonna come to NXT and whip your ass like Joe Gacy, so I would, tread lightly. But anyway, yeah, schism is basically done, and now he has to find his own way. You can find your own way! Really, Joe Gacy's going his own way. Go his own way, basically. So we'll see what happens with Joe Gacy in the future. I don't know where Ava Raine's going to go. I think both of them are going to be stuck in catering in NXT. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, match number 3 for the NXT Tag Team titles. We had my cousin, Tony D'Angelo, and Stacks taking on the Boricua Gangsters, Bronco Nima and Lucien Price, along with Reggie, otherwise known as Out of the Mud, stupid acronym. They take on the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. Also they take on the Mexican Wolves, otherwise known as Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. First fall to a finish will become the champs, and that's pretty much it. One fall to a finish, like I said. Alright, I said Scripps is in, Reggie with the Boricua Gangsters. They come to the ring on a bicycle and a tricycle. So, that's so Cali. It would have been nice if they came out to, like, NWA or, But they can't use the obvious theme, but, Straight out of Compton! Motherfucking named Ice Cube! Can't use that. I don't think, We're a PG show. We're not gonna use nigga attitude. Oh, I said that word. So what? I said it. It's for reference. I didn't mean to say it, like, in a derogatory word, because I have a lot of black friends. So it is what it is. So, we're not gonna use NWA! Eh. Would have been nice if they used maybe, like, LL Cool J or Biggie. I'm going back to Cali. That would have been nice, but, whatever. But it was kind of cool to see the bicycle and the tricycle. So old school California, so. Anyway. So we see, La Familia. Tony D and Stacks have a bunch of the family there for their entrance, which was pretty damn good. So all ready to go. Waste no time. And a humongous brawl breaks out between all 4 teams. And poor referee for this match, man. I feel bad for you, referee, man. Imagine if I was refereeing that match. I'm like, god damn, so much freaking people in this ring. I'm like, where do I stand? So anyway, it starts off with Brutus hitting a big flippy dibbity-doo onto everybody. Takes everybody out. Crowd's going nuts. Then he goes back inside, gets chopped to death. And then my cousin, Tony D, comes in. He gets chopped by Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. But then on a little bit of a scare because Tony D tried to pick him up and his knee gives out. Uh-oh. That's not good. Tony D had a shoulder injury and a whiplash a couple of months ago. He was out for a little bit. But hopefully, he finished the match. He got sent to the back. And then he comes back near the end of the match in a knee brace. So it might be an injury. I don't know if Tony D can work. I think he worked through it because, he's Italian. We work through everything, so. we could have a torn ACL and we'll still do our job. But anyway. And then Stacks comes in for a running Tiger uppercut. As we see Tony get sent to the back. Stacks gets dropped by a high-low, and then a gory bomb, slingshot, flippy, dippity-doo, Gilmore Cutter combo. Interesting. Interesting. Someone's been watching my tapes. I'm going to start charging some of you wrestlers for watching my tapes and doing my moves that are way better than the original Diamond Cutter and the RKO and the Ace Crusher. I do it way better and in different variations that nobody can even replicate. So, I might have to charge, but... Or steal and make it even better. But, anyway, they hit that and gives Humberto Carrillo a near fall. Lucien Price comes in for a basic 1921 chin lock, but Stacks fights his way up, gets over to Brutus for the hot tag. He cleans house. We got an ankle lock on Angel Garza, but then Julius suplexes everybody in sight. And match is crazy as shit. Buck wild! You know, as Jay Briscoe would say. Humberto Carrillo makes the save. Then we get a big stare down as we see Tony D come back to the ring in a knee brace. And then the Creed brothers and the champs kind of work together, and we hit a quadruple superplex in the ring. Poor fucking referee right in the middle of it. Oh, he's like, get down! Ah! Bing, boing! And he goes, like the ring exploded. And like he fell down. And the crowd's going nuts. I was like, holy shit! Poor referee, man. But you got paid that night. You got paid for that match. God damn, it should have been me. I'm not taking those suplexes, but in the ring, I would have been like, holy shit, where am I supposed to stand? Don't want to get hit, man, God forbid. But he was in the right place. He stood right here. And the guys are coming like this, like an X. And he's like right in the middle. And then he just like, all of them hit the move, and he goes, boing, boom, boom, plump. And then he falls, and then everybody's like, holy shit. That was epic. But anyway, I missed all that. The Wicked Gangsters get back up. They clean house. Then we get a power-up power slam. Gets a near fall on Tony D. And then the Mexican Wolves come back in with some drop kicks. But then Brutus sends him to the floor for a springboard Brutus ball. Or cannonball, if you will. So that leaves Lucien Price. Sad to be you, Mr. Boricua Gangsta. So he's basically the sacrificial lamb. And he gets caught in bada boom, bada bing. 1, 2, 3. The champs retain. Tony D and Stacks. They get the win. Where was their second defense? You really thought they were going to lose the belts. Not yet, but they will eventually. It sucks. But anyway, 12-minute match. Match was great. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Tony D, my cousin, my real-life cousin, and Stacks, my step-cousin, if you will, or my sort of cousin, they get the win. And they retain the NXT Tag Team Championships, but I think that Tag Team division is still going to be on fire, and we'll see what happens next and who the next challengers for Tony D and Stacks will be as we head into Halloween Havoc in 4 weeks. And that's pretty much it. But good match. Good match. And that quadruple superplex spot was... loved it. And that's that. Alright, then we see another vignette from, well, that person we saw, I think it was the same, or maybe I think it was a new vignette for Brian Pillman Jr. This one we see of NXT is someone watching the Cincinnati Bengals WCW Saturday Night, so basically almost the same promo that we saw last week, this past week I should say, but he also watches various second-generation wrestlers, like Randy Orton. Well, no, he's third generation, but, people like that. You get what I'm saying. So, the eventual debut, in-ring debut of Brian Pillman Jr. is coming your way pretty soon. I hope he comes out like his dad when he debuted with WWE, with the loose cannon gimmick. Really an ECW, but that promo where he had his back turned, he's like... And then Joey Styles like, what the hell are you doing here? And he's like, Joey Styles, you and every smart mark should know why I'm here. Talking about Bischoff when he fired him and he was about to pull out his cock and take a piss test. And then Shane Douglas and, like, freaking Shane Douglas, I think, Shane Douglas came out, and then Paul E. came out. It's like, hey, this is not what we talked about. Oh, Todd Gordon came out. He's like, hey, this is not what we talked about. And then they almost had a riot in the crowd. Like, a fan got beat up, I think by Brian Pillman. It was just chaotic. They kicked him out of the building. He was never seen in ECW again. And freaking Shane Douglas wanted to murder the guy. Like, legit beat his ass. Almost started a riot inside the ECW arena. Crazy. I mean, just look it up. It is probably one of the craziest moments in the ECW arena history. And I've been in that place. It's a little dinky bingo hall, I'll tell you that. That's not the corner of Swanson and whatever. Not the same old ECW arena we know now, but still there, but I think it's now called I don't know if it's called the 2300 Arena or it's just called the old school ECW Arena now. I think it's on the corner of Swanson and Richter or something like that. I know it's on Swanson, but I forgot the cross street. But it's still there. Legendary bingo hall itself, the ECW Arena. Probably only one of the good things in Philly. Because as we all know, Philly's a shithole. It is. I'm sorry. I've been there once. I went to that museum. Not where Rocky. Well, Rocky went up the stairs. That's the museum. I went there. And I didn't really do anything else in Philly. I mean, I did go to Geno's. I didn't go to Pat's. I went to Geno's. I didn't have Philly cheesesteak. I had something else. But yeah, if you want to go for a good cheesesteak in Philly, go to Geno's, not Pat's. Geno's is way better. I'm just saying. But rest of Philly is a shithole. And their fans and their fan base fucking suck New York cock. That's a fact, no cap. As we all know. We all know that. The Eagles are dirty pedophiles. The Flyers suck as a cocky team. The Phillies got destroyed twice tonight by the Mets. There goes your playoff hopes. Well, actually, they might still make the playoffs. But hey, the Marlins actually made the playoffs. So yeah, so now you can't really sugarcoat that Monday game. That's not happening. So you got mad yet last night. Really, Thursday night, you got all mad because the Mets couldn't get the field done, and they had to do a suspended game, and then all you fucking Florida Marlins fans bitching and complaining on Twitter to the Met fan base, the Mets, Major League Baseball, all the teams are yelling at the Mets for what? The Marlins are now in the playoffs. For what? You're bitching and complaining over something that the Mets could not control. Really, not the Mets' fault. It's Major League Baseball's fault because they should have gave the freaking Marlins the win, and now they don't even have a win. It's basically I don't even know if they're gonna even play this game on Monday. I don't think they should. They're in the playoffs. What do they have to prove? So meaningless fucking 20, 30-minute game they're going to do on Monday, if it even happens. Which now it's not, because Miami's in the playoffs. So tomorrow, they'll play tomorrow, and then do they really have to play Monday? No, they should have all that, take Monday off, and then Monday should be the start of their series, the wildcard series. Makes no fucking sense that they play on Monday. Then how are they going to play, then really, if they get to the next round, that will probably start on Sunday, unless they win in 2. It's 2 out of 3. So if they win the wild card series, they have to face the wild card round and then the first round. Sorry about that. They have to go through all that shit, and then I think their first game would probably be maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. I really don't like this whole 2 out of 3. You know, I mean, there's 16, really, 6 teams, which then gets cut down to 4. So you have the 2 wild card. You got all 6 teams. Like the first team gets the bye into the division round, and then you got the other 4 teams vying it out for the wild card. So wherever the number 1 seed faces, they face the highest seed coming out of that first series. So that's the division round, and then the other team, the 3-6 game, the 4-5 game, I should say, will face the 3 seed. I think that's how it works. No, it's 2. I think it's 2-4. Yeah, I was right the first time. 2-4 and then 3-6, or something like that. I forget how it is. Doesn't matter. Well, coming out of the wild card series, then you got the division round coming next weekend. That's why Dynamite's not going to be on October the 11th because of baseball, so they're preempting it to Tuesday. So we got a Tuesday night war between AEW and NXT. That should be interesting. And then I think after that, hopefully by October the 18th, Dynamite will be back in its normal time slot. And then, now you got to worry about Collision and Rampage because hockey season is beginning in about a week or so. So that might be preempted. It might be some time changes for Rampage, definitely. Probably see Rampage at like 5 o'clock again. Or maybe at 11, who knows, depending on what teams play. And then you got to worry about basketball, too, on TNT on the weekends. So Collision might be changed to a different time. It won't be live, which sucks. But that's the price you pay for being on TNT. And TBS, but usually, it's only like once, maybe twice a year that AEW Dynamite is preempted. But usually it's that first week in October, first or second week in October, when the division round plays, because they're on TBS. So, hopefully, division's usually 5 games, so that'll be over real quick. So, I would pretty much guarantee that the October 18th Dynamite will happen in its normal schedule slot, and then the 25th, which is the end of October, they'll be back on TBS in a normal time slot, because the baseball playoffs will probably be almost over, the World Series will begin, and then SmackDown will be preempted maybe a week, at least 1 week. And then it'll be taped the following week, so the October 27th SmackDown will be taped because of the World Series, unless it ends early, but we'll see. And then the following week, which I believe is November the 3rd, that SmackDown will be taped because it'll be in Saudi Arabia, because Crown Jewel is the day after, November the 4th, beginning, I believe, at 1 p.m. with Crown Jewel 5. Then pretty much after that, SmackDown, there's not going to be that many preemptions unless otherwise told. For Dynamite and SmackDown pretty much won't be preempted then, but you got to worry about Rampage and Collision during the football and hockey season. Not football. Basketball and hockey season as we go into December, January, and then all the way up until basically end of around April and May. There's going to be a lot of preemptions because of the hockey playoffs, the basketball playoffs on TNT. Not so much on TBS because we already have baseball on TBS, so we don't have to worry about that. So the ratings, besides Tuesday, October the 10th, that's going to be probably the most interesting date for the ratings, the Tuesday Night War, like we got last year, which Dynamite barely won that Tuesday Night War. So we'll see what happens next Tuesday between AEW and NXT. And the way that NXT's been going lately, I think they might win the Tuesday Night War. But maybe barely, or they may really knock AEW for a loop. I mean, AEW this week did 824,000, I believe. Not good for a very poor show this past week. So I would think Tony Khan this week is the anniversary show, so it should get a good rating this week. But then they really have to put on a jam-packed show, because we know Shawn Michaels got a lot of things going on for that October the 10th show. I mean, if he can get Becky Lynch on that show, which he probably will, I think Becky herself can get 900,000, and it'll be a miracle if AEW can top Becky in the ratings. But we'll see what happens. Alright, we move on. Alright, so where we left off, Brian Pillman Jr.'s second vignette promo. We had that. We move on. Alright, so we have Carmelo Hayes coming into the locker room where Trick Williams is there, the new North American champion. So Carmelo comes in, it's like, I'm sorry, I gotta get ready for my match with Ilya coming up. And he's all proud of his good buddy Trick. But notice most of the time he was eyeing the North American title. Who's gonna turn first? Trick or Mello? But we'll see what happens with that. So something to look at. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a recap of Butch winning the Global Heritage Invitational Tournament to earn a shot at Noam Dar and his Heritage Cup. Alright, so we get to match number 4 for the Heritage Cup. We got Noam Dar along with Metaphor, Oro Menza, and the lovely ladies themselves, Lash Legend, Get Shit Done, and the beautiful, otherwise beautiful Jakarta Jackson, both of them, respectfully. We get that, looking great as always. And, Butch comes out with his second in command, Tyler Bate. So we had that. So, as always, Heritage Cup rules, 6 rounds, 3 rounds each. You win by pinfall or submission, or if you get knocked out or disqualified, the match is completely over. So we got that. Alright, so round 1 begins. Both of them going to the mat. Really nothing going on. So round 1 ends in a draw. But Noam Dar gets in a cheap shot after the bell. Oh, he could have lost the match and the thing. But referee kind of like, alright, give you a warning. Look at that. Anyway, round 2 begins. Noam goes after the arm and starts firing off a kick to the chest. Butch ain't having any of that. Scores with his own kicks in the corner. Then another one to the arm. Cuts down Noam Dar. And then Butch hits the 10 clubbing blows of doom on the champ. Then Metaphor offers a distraction. Well, really, the ladies do. And Ora Menza gets in a cheap shot. And then that knocks down Butch. And Noam Dar steals the pin. So he's up 1 fall to none. He had 30 seconds left in the round. So he's up 1 fall to none. So Butch has to win the next 2 falls in the next couple rounds to win the cup. So we got that. All right, we go to round 3, and a little bit back and forth match. Dar looked like he wants to get this done and over with, but Butch comes back after Dar kicks another moonsault out of the mid-air, tries for the Nova Roller and missed that, and then Butch hits the bitter end. 1, 2, 3. We are tied up at 1 apiece. Butch had 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the round. So, match is knotted at 1 apiece. We got 3 rounds to go. And next fall will win. So we have that. Round 4. Butch looked like he was about to win the cup as he reversed a cross arm breaker into a triangle choke. But Butch stacks him up for a near fall, and breaks the hold. Noam Dar gets in another shot, only to get pulled into Butch's version of the triangle choke, and somehow Noam Dar survived the round as the round ends, and Noam Dar did not tap out. So, is a draw. So now we go to round number 5. And I said, during my predictions, I think this might have went 5, maybe the full 6 rounds. And it did go the full 6 rounds. We got to match number 5. Back and forth, both men trying to get the win. Butch catches Dar up top with a superplex for a very near fall. Noam Dar heads to the apron, grabs a bling buster for one hell of a near fall. The fans are getting into it. And then Butch comes back and snaps the fingers as the round ends. Ow! So we get that. So then we are down to the 6th and final round. This match ends in a draw. Noam Dar will keep the Heritage Cup. So we got that. So round 6 begins with Butch striking away, but Ora Menza tries for a distraction. And then Noam Dar hits the Nova Roller for a near fall. And then Tyler Bate goes after basically everybody in Metaphor. Don't go after the women, please. Anyway, and then Butch hits his version of Tyler Driver 97, but gets a near fall out of that. And then Noam Dar pulls him into a knee bar, which gets reversed into the bitter end for another 2.9999995. So then Butch locks in the cross arm breaker again. And then Gallus comes out, the Gallus boys, Wolfgang and the Coffee Brothers, Mark and Joe Coffey. They come out, start attacking Tyler Bate for no apparent reason. And then Joe Coffey, out of that whole brawl, he comes in and hits Butch with all the best for the bells, laying him out, and then Noam Dar pins him with 26 seconds left in the round, and he wins the match and retains the Heritage Cup. So there you go. So I don't know what's going to happen on NXT this Tuesday. Maybe a tag team match with maybe Wolfgang and one of the Coffey Brothers against Butch and Tyler Bate. Or maybe they get the Brawling Brutes and bring in Ridge Holland. And they have a 6-man tag team match. Probably a 6-man, I would assume. But this match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Noam Dar still your reigning, defending Heritage Cup champion. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Then we go to a recap of Carmelo Hayes and the Russian Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Part 2 for the NXT title. We saw how Carmelo retained the belt at the Great American Bash after Trick used a chair on Ilya, which led to Ilya beating the living shit out of Trick, but Trick held his own right after that. So this is match number 2 of their little feud. And now Carmelo needs to know how he can win on his own because he doesn't have Trick there. So we got that. So we get to match number 5 for the NXT World title. Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes. This was epic. Another banger with that. Hit Carmelo, another epic banner-like entrance featuring the name of everyone he's beaten to retain the belt. Dragunov comes out. Does his usual stuff. We get the big match intros from Alicia Taylor. And we're off and running. And it starts out with Dragunov sending Melo into the corner. So striking away very fast. Carmelo gets in a few shots. But the springboard elbow missed. And Dragunov scores with a 619. Not the 619. 619. For a knockdown. And then a backsplash for a near fall. So it's really giving Carmelo fits to begin the match. Dragunov continues the offense. Melo comes back. We get a springboard bulldog, which looked like a DDT, but Carmelo changed in mid-air, which I thought was nice, even though it wasn't really going anywhere. Nice save for him. Almost ended in really not a good way. But anyway, Hayes hits that. Gets a near fall out of that. Dragunov comes back up with some rolling German suplexes. Then hits the Constantine special. And he went for it and missed it. And Carmelo grabs a spinning faceplant for a near fall. Then he starts unloading with stomps to the head until Dragunov kind of slips out, hits a running knee, scores with a powerbomb, goes over coast to coast, and I believe he hit it. Melo tries to hit a code breaker out of midair, but kind of left it a little bit short. And then Dragunov hits a Death Valley driver onto him in a corner. Then goes back up top. This time he hits coast to coast, goes for the cover and a near fall. Then he hits an H-bomb for another near fall. Then he gets another H-bomb, this time from the middle rope, for a very near fall, and he's like, ah! Then he tries to go for Torpedo Moscow, which gets cut off by a super kick, giving Melo a little bit of a breather. They head to the apron. Melo hits a Gilmore Kata! Bang! On the floor. Ow. For a big-time crash. They go back in. Dragunov knocks Melo out of mid-air. Then he hits a super H-bomb from the top. Something that you don't see every day. So he wins with that. Dragunov is your new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. Title match 2107. So you get that. So the reign of Melo, him, is over. But he had a great one with the North American title, and he had a great one with the World title. Now, I would assume he's going to get his rematch. Maybe at Halloween Havoc. Maybe to do spin the wheel, make the deal. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But watch out for him and Trick Williams. I think Melo may turn. I really think Trick is going to turn on Melo, as Melo's like, I want, you have a belt. I want that belt. I made that belt. So how about we have a match? And Melo's like, oh no, we're not going to do that. And then eventually Melo's going to maybe turn on Trick, or Trick turns on Melo. Something's going to happen, and eventually we'll get Melo versus Trick for the North American title. And I think Trick will, beat his good buddy at his own game. And I think eventually Melo's going to debut at the Royal Rumble. I would think that, if not before, when he joins up with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits to form the Super Hurt Business. Well, the new version of the Hurt Business, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so Ilya gets the belt, matching a 4 out of 5 stars. It was banger. That's pretty much it. And then after the match, Code of Honor, which is nice. So a lot of respect by both men. So gotta love that. So now the era of the Tsar has now begun, and we'll see what happens with him on Tuesday night on NXT. We got that. Alright, then we get a video on the Women's Breakout Tournament, which I believe starts on Tuesday. Got a lot of interesting women there. We got Lola Vice is in it. Ariana Grace is in it. Stack's real-life girlfriend. I forget who else is in it. Jada Parker. Who else is in it? I know Lola Vice is in it, and Ariana Grace is in it. Some other Danny Palmer's in it. I mean, great for her, my sweetheart Danny Palmer, but she's not gonna win. Some other girls I never heard of. I think they're from NXT Level Up. So basically, this is Lola Vice's freaking tournament to win. I mean, I think there's another challenger that might win. I think it's not Roxanne, not Roxanne Perez or Roxy. She's not in it, but she won it last year. So, and the men, I don't think they said anything for the men. I don't have the names for that yet, but that's nice. So the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament begins on Tuesday, with a couple of matches, and we'll see who wins that. I think it's gonna be Lola Vice, coming out with the hot, sexy Alexa Lopez. So, a nice hot Boricua, nice piece of ace will win that little thing. Get a title shot of her, really the women's title shot. Because there is no women's tag team belt, so you only can go for that. So, I think Lola Vice will get a title shot against either Becky Lynch or Tiffany Stratton or whoever holds that belt by them. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, speaking of Becky and Tiffany, we go to the main event. We get a nice little video package out of that. So this time, Becky won on NXT in her debut a couple weeks ago. And then we saw last couple weeks Tiffany hitting Becky in the back with a chair after her and Lyra won a match. So now it's Extreme Rules, Hardcore, and we get that. Let me move on. Alright, so we get to match number 6, the main event. Becky, the man, taking on Tiffany Stratton. Looks amazing as always. But before we get that, then we gotta look back at Becky's NXT career before she comes out with a shopping cart of weapons. What are you, Jerome? Hey, Jerome! I know you're, what do you, no, I don't want to know. Get in here for a second. You summoning me, motherfucker? Becky, try to emulate you, bringing out the weapons, the shopping cart full of weapons, got anything to say about that? That slut! Fucking motherfucker! I'll slit her throat. Hey, easy. Be easy, man, be easy. Go. I bought you some more Coke in the back, okay? It's at the bar. Go to the bar. Go tell Mike I said hi. Motherfucker. Get out of here. Good old Jerome, New Jack. The innovator of that. So that was kind of cool. So then, so we start the match, they fight into the crowd, and we see a very nice sign, a No Mercy sign modeled after the N64 game with modern stars. Whoever made that, you get brownie points. Alright. Alright, so they fight in the crowd. Becky gets the better of things until a forearm to face slows her down a bit. But Becky hits Tiffany with some kind of necklace from a fan. What kind of necklace did you bring? Anyway, Tiffany's knocked back down the steps. Ow. They head back to ringside. Tiffany hits Becky with some kendo sticks over and over and over again. Then a basement dropkick gets a near fall for Tiffany as I think it's on Falls Count Anywhere. I don't know. So then she grabs the toolbox, and what does she take out? A rather large wrench. A wrench. And then she switches to a hammer. Oh, golden hammer! And then both of them miss a big swing with I think weapons, and the hammer falls out to the floor. Tiffany grabs a sidewalk slam for a near fall. Becky then sends her into the corner, where she hits the Bexploder. Ouch. And then Becky goes up top for a missile drop kick. Tiffany rolls to the outside, but that's fine with Becky, who puts her in the shopping cart and then rams her into the steps. Ow. That's like a Tommy Dreamer-like move. We get that. And then we go back in. Becky pours a bunch of Barbies out, and then Tiffany gets dropped onto them for a near fall. Ow! And you thought Legos hurt. Anyway, Tiffany gets back up, hits one mean hell of a trash can shot to the head. Of course, no blood. Followed by a shot to the ribs without the lid. Then a spine buster on the trash can gives Tiffany a near fall. Then she takes a long time, throwing in like 6,000 chairs, which leads to Becky coming back. But Becky gets powerbombed onto the steps. Ow! That doesn't really last long as Becky fights up, grabs a table, then gets knocked down again. Tiffany somehow loses Becky. She's like going over to Booker T and Vic Joseph. She's like, where is she? And we hear Vic Joseph go, who are you looking for? Who? And then Tiffany's like, where is she? And then she goes around the ring and then looks under the ring, and then Becky's there, and she's like, She stalls for a little bit, and because I think Becky couldn't get the fire extinguisher to work, she hits the fire extinguisher, circa Cactus Jack, blinds Tiffany for a little bit. Then she takes out a barbed wire bat, fake as fuck, hits Tiffany in the leg with it, and then Vic Joe's like, it's like, Becky just turned into Cactus Beck! Really now? Really? Anyway, Tiffany somehow comes back with a Hurricane Rana, and then a double handspring elbow. It was 10! It sends Becky through the barricade. Ow. And then Becky gets put on the table. Tiffany hits a swanton, which does not break the table, but a very nasty landing. Are you okay? Are you okay, my sweetheart? Are you okay? Daddy, it hurt! Ow! Okay. So, I am the table! We get that. Then Tiffany hits another swanton for a near fall on the inside of the ring. Becky then rolls outside, misses a moonsault. But then Becky hits the manhandle slam on the floor. Ow. For a near fall. And Becky's like shocked that Tiffany somehow got out of it. Tiffany then Regal rolls her onto the chairs. Ow. Goes for the prettiest moonsault ever and missed. And pretty much almost the same thing as when Becky won the title. Tiffany ran right into the manhandle slam, but this time on the chairs. Ow! 1, 2, 3. Becky, the man, picks up the win and retains the title in 20 minutes, 20 seconds. So there you go. Good match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Becky retains the NXT Women's Championship, and now she will go to Monday Night Raw to face off against her next challenger, Tegan Knox, who is in the crowd. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with Becky and Tegan on Monday Night Raw for the NXT Women's Championship. I think Becky will win. I think it's all a matter of time before that person named Jade Cargill comes into NXT. I'm surprised we didn't see her tonight. Not really surprised, but I think, we saw the video last night. I'm surprised we didn't. I don't think we saw it tonight. I don't think they showed it, but they should have. But I think Becky's got a big target on her back now, and that target is Jade Cargill. So I would not be surprised if Jade makes her debut on an. I would love it if Jade makes her debut on like October 10th edition of NXT. Oh, that'll pop a humongous rating. That'll really push that rating to like 900, almost 1 million. So goodbye AEW for that. So if NXT was smart, Nick Khan and HBK and Hunter was smart, I would debut Jade Cargill on that show to really punch Tony Khan and AEW in the dick. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So Becky went through a war, she knows it, but still, she came out with the belt to retain 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then the pay-per-view ends as we see Carmelo Hayes apologizing to Trick for not getting to be double champs. And Trick's like, it's okay, bro, it's okay, let's hug it out. Alright, that's it. That ends the show. That ends the pay-per-view. So, we'll see what happens this Tuesday night on the program from the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. So, we got a new era of the Czar. That's Ilya Dragunov as the new NXT World Champ. We'll see what happens with that. I think, Melo will come out and maybe ask for his rematch. See what happens with that. We got Trick as the new North American Champion. I don't know if Dom Dom's going to be on the show to get his rematch. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see where Becky goes from here as after she beat Tiffany Stratton to retain her belt. Tony D and Stax retain the tag team belts, so that tag team division is still wide open. See who's next for Tony D and Stax. What else did we see? Well, Corbin beat Braun Breaker thanks to Robbie E. So that Robbie E. Von Wagner-Braun feud continues on. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Von Wagner comes back on Tuesday. We'll see. And that's pretty much it. And also Blair Davenport and Gigi Dolan continue their feud. So that match might happen on Tuesday. So a lot of things happening for NXT. And we got the Aftermath on Tuesday, where all that will happen. And now we're on the road to Halloween Havoc on Halloween. Well, how fitting is on Halloween? It's on Tuesday. I think they should do it on Halloween. It fits. Come on. You don't do it on Halloween. If they do it on the 24th, that's stupid. You have Halloween the next week. Why? Why are you not going to do it that week? I don't know. I mean, kids will be there. They can, give out candy to the kids at the show. Hey, kids, you want some candy? Let's go to the NXT show. And that's pretty much it. Alright, that's it. So that ends a pretty damn good NXT No Mercy pay-per-view. It was good. And now, like I said, we're on the road to NXT's next actual event, which is Halloween Havoc. The next pay-per-view, December the 9th, which is NXT Deadline number 2. So we got that. So we'll see what happens with that. Then we got the Tuesday Night War coming next Tuesday, October the 10th. NXT versus AEW. Title Tuesday, basically, they're calling it for AEW. So we'll see what happens with that. And how NXT counters that. Maybe with Jade Cargill segment with maybe Becky Lynch. We'll see. It's going to be very exciting pretty much over the next couple weeks with AEW and NXT. So it's going to be exciting. So buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. But I'll be here throughout the month of October to give you everything I got. Because I ain't going anywhere. Whether you like it or not. And that's it. Alright, everybody. That's it. Thanks for watching. My final rating for NXT No Mercy, I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And don't forget to smash that like button, stick it straight up everybody else's ass. Subscribe to my channel and my other channels as well. Follow me on social media if you're real, if you're not. Please, for the love of God, get some help. And it's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's pretty much it. Also, hit the bell to get notified of my next video, which will be tomorrow, with my Collision review. I already did Rampage, and I already did SmackDown, so I'm going to do Collision tomorrow. I'm going to try to get Ring of Honor up as well sometime tomorrow. And my Wrestle Dream predictions, I'm going to try to get everything up, hopefully before the Niners game, because I don't want to be bothered doing videos during the Niner game. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I gotta go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out my other 2 videos in the description box below. On my Kill Demons channel. And also on my my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. And that's pretty much it. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll be back tomorrow. So until then, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cookoot. And if you're not down with that, you're a bunch of fuckboys and bitches. And if you're not down with that, me and everybody, there's a lot that you wish you knew about, but you don't and you never will. But in any case, if you're not down with that, we all got the greatest 3 words in the history of this sport. That's a sport. In the history of life itself. Those 3 words are, fuck you, man. That's it. You can't combat it. You can't defeat it. You can't basically do anything about it. Take it like a man. And if you're not, like I said, if you're not down with that, fuck you, man. That's it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace, bitches.